shit. I would say it's like 15 years almost, 14 years. Going on 15 years it's been. And I still be having dreams about my brother and him being alive and like us just doing shit together. Like various shit. Sometimes it'll just be like a sit down and talk kind of thing, and then other times we might be kicking it with some friends or playing some ball or playing a game or doing something like super normal, and like I'll be having dreams like as if like he's still here. And it's crazy because a lot of my dreams be like visions or like premonitions. Even like I be like, it's very rare that I just have like a flash by kind of dream where I don't really remember what my dream was about. It's super vivid and like very clear. So like still 15 years later, 14 years later, about to be 15 years, which is insane to me. Like 15 years later, I still have dreams about my brother. And like a lot of times I look to figure out like what is it that the dream means, which I do with a lot of different dreams that I be having. But like I always try to figure out like what the dream means, or like why is it that I'm having these dreams. And like sometimes they be feeling worse than nightmares, you feel me? Like, you know, you have a nightmare and you just kind of shaking up. Like these kind of dreams really, like, it'd be like a mental fuck, you feel me? Like you like, to me, it seems like that's the only time that I really get with my brother, you know what I'm saying? Obviously being that he ain't even here in the real world, you feel me? So like subconsciously I could be just kind of, I know that this is the only capacity that you could utilize, you know, in spending time or being able to see my brother. But like last night even, which kind of fueled me to do this, like I didn't have like a long drawn out dream with my brother, you feel me? It was like a real quick dream, but I didn't dream most of the night. Like I'm like a conscious sleeper. Like I kind of like sleep, but like I could hear the shit going on in the room around me even, you feel me? So like last night I have a dream about my brother, and it's just like we were kids again. Like we were we was in the crib, you know what I'm saying? We in our room, because growing up, me and my brother, we always shared a room. Like we had a lot of siblings, you feel me? And like, but for whatever reason, me and my brother just always had the same room. Like we just always shared a room. And in a lot of ways, that probably was my best friend growing up, which I didn't really see it as that before, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, this is my brother, you feel me? And like, this is just the person that I'm always spending time with, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because even in school, like a lot of people you wouldn't even know this was my brother unless you like knew us, you feel me? Like we didn't really interact much out, you know what I'm saying, publicly. But like aside from that, like I say, like aside from just being at school, because he was one grade older than me, it was just like we didn't really interact that much until we got home. And then it was like we were like cling together or something, you know? So, you know, anybody that really knows me kind of understands where I'm even coming from with that. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, I don't really like to be upset over it anymore, even though obviously like just the natural reaction to it is like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? But like even last night when I had this dream, it was like super regular, like we were just hanging out type shit, and it was a blur and like in comparison to like what I'm used to when I have dreams about my brother. But like it was like the time that I was spending with him was like cut short, because like in the dream we're hanging out, we're kind of talking, and then like the room like spins, and like I turn around and he's just gone. And like I'm like, no, what the fuck? Like I lost it in my dream, right? Like I lose it in my dream. Like, where the fuck are you going? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for him. Like, wait, this shit, we ain't done yet. You feel me? So I turn around, I'm looking for him, and I'm like, no, where the fuck? Like I'm calling for him. You know what I'm saying? Like again, like the dream was like very short, which is, again, I'm not used to that. And 15 years later, I still deal with that. And I always kind of took my brother dying as like a fuel. You feel me? Like it made me like buckle down and like kind of think about what I wanted to do with my life, and like what kind of like how I could be better, and I'm saying what it is that I should be doing to not waste my time on while I have it. Which I was still so young even when he passed. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was 16 and I was like 15 still. Or I would say I was 15. I just turned 15 or so, or I was just turning 15. But even now, I never really used it to say like, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm finna fuck up, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna set fire to the world at this point. Nah, it never really broke me. It kind of like built me. But last night, and it wasn't even like one of my worst experiences, having a dream and waking up from a dream with them. Like I've had dreams of like re-envisioning my brother dying. You feel me? Like being there to actually see it, as opposed to like getting the call or being told the story. You feel me? And then showing up to see that he's already, you know what I'm saying, not there. But like, for whatever reason, last night it was unusual. It's just like, maybe, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not gonna get many more of these dreams, and then it'd be like, in some cases I'm having the dream and I'm like, I don't really want to be having these dreams. But then again, if I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, this is the only time you gonna get anyway, so like you might as well appreciate it while it's here. Last night almost felt like, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying, am I going to see my brother even in this capacity anymore? And it just felt as though like my dream was cut short. Like I didn't get enough of, you know what I'm saying, that little bit of time. And I'm not like super like spiritual or religious or anything like that, but if you look at it from that sense, like it's like the soul tie will always be there, but it's also a like the spiritual connection, you know what I'm saying, will always be there, but that the time could be exhausted. You feel me? Like maybe I don't need that right now, whereas another one of my siblings may need it, or one of my family members, a cousin or somebody that's close, that was real close with my brother, might need that time. And it's like, he could be saying like, yo, bruh, like give me a minute, I'll be back. You feel me? But I woke up like fucking in tears from the dream. You feel me? Like, and this ain't the first time, but like, this is why I be feeling like my dreams don't just be dreams. It'd be like visions, it'd be like premonitions, or just like a message or something to kind of like give me an idea of mentally where I'm at, even, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I thought that like I'd share that because, you know what I'm saying, it was just on my heart to do so. I already don't do well with doing this, you know what I'm saying, but it do feel good kind of being able to talk and without expectation of any additional feedback or advice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people go to a therapist and they feel like, it's just feels good to let it out. Whereas, you know what I'm saying, you got a person on the outside looking in, who can't really place judgment, but maybe ask questions to fuel the next thought. You know what I'm saying? So I do know a lot of people that done lost people, a sibling, a parent, a baby, a grandparent. Like, I could kind of speak to a few different losses, and types of losses. But yeah, if anybody understands, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going on 15 years without my brother, and I had 15 with him. You feel me? Like, I only had 15 years and I'm going on 15 without him. So I'm at the point where I've spent more time with my brother, but I'm going on that time period where, you feel me, like, it's beginning to be that he's been gone more time than he's had. You feel me? And even right now, I just came to that realization. This is crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to people that understand, and people that may have to experience it, you know what I'm saying, sometime, because obviously, you feel me, like, there's very few people in the world that just never experience a loss, whether it be in the family, friend zone, or whatever the case. But, you know what I'm saying, if I could be a testament to, you know what I'm saying, a person who is using it to fuel myself for greater purposes, and doing better things with my time, and just constantly growing into a space where, you feel me, I'm able to be an asset and effective in the people around me's lives. More notably, like my son, he's my only one. He's 12, gonna be a teenager next year. You feel me? Like, all I could do is show him, you know what I'm saying, this is what it takes. You feel me? Like, you got to get up and get a move on, get up and make sure you having things going on and doing things, you know what I'm saying, so a motherfucker don't feel like you coming in and just taking up space. You feel me? And then, of course, my moms, my siblings, you know what I'm saying, who in a lot of cases they struggling just as much or even more. You feel me? And that don't mean that they ain't trying and just as hard to make something happen, for themselves, and them having kids, for their kids as well. Family members, cousins, some of my closest friends are my family. So, you know what I'm saying, I know they're here with me and I'm here with them for surely. But that's all for me. I'm about to get my Sunday going.